Hello, Matu Jamir, and you're watching Hornbill TV. It has been some days since the results for the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly was declared, and as we have witnessed many new faces being elected to represent the state, we have one of the elect legislators joining us virtually. We have none other than Mr. Achumbemo Kikon, who has won from the 14th Bandari Assembly constituency on the NPF ticket, one of the oldest regional parties in the state. He is also the Secretary General of the Naga People's Front.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know we understand that you'll be very busy at the moment, but thank you so much for giving your time to speak to us. And we'd like to congratulate you on your win, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Starting this conversation, sir, we'd want to know how are you feeling about the big win this time?
Well, it's obvious I'm extremely excited, happy, because I have lost 3 elections in the past.
Right.
This is the 4th time I have made an attempt. By the grace of God the Almighty and with the support from my people of 40 Bandari Assembly constituency, I could make it this time, so I'm very happy.
Like you've mentioned, sir, that you have been contesting this is your 4th time contesting and this is your first win. Since you lost for the last 3 times, what is it that kept you going, sir?
Well, see, in life, one should remember that there are lots of challenges.
Right.
But if we are determined to serve our people, one should not give up. We have to keep moving, we have to keep fighting, and my strength lies with my people at the crossroads. Although I lost 3 elections, none of my people, none of my supporters left me. I got inspiration from them, and my family was fully behind me, my village was fully behind me, and quite a lot of people, both young and old, in the 40 Assembly constituency, from all the villages. You know, I have the 2nd highest polling station after Kaspani 1.
Right.
I have 83 polling stations. This is one of the biggest constituency after Kaspani 1. So it's a very challenging constituency. Although I was in the opposition during the past 5 years, not only losing but again left high and dry. With limited resources, I faced the electorate. But with the support from my people, somehow I could make it this time. Even if we keep losing, we have to inspire our people. As a leader, we also have to, we should know how to communicate to our people. And my message and my visions were communicated by conducting various meetings in a smaller group as well as in a public rally. And I am so happy that my people, they were receptive to the ideas and visions that I put across. And that's how I emerged victorious this time.
So, considering the fact that you contested against the sitting MLA Munlomo, who was also a key player there, of course, and you won by a margin of about 3,000, more than 3,000 votes. So, how does it feel? Were you expecting to win by such a huge margin, sir?
See, in the past 3 elections, of course, 2008. I didn't do well, right. But the 2013 and 18 election, I lost in 13 by 254 votes. In 2018, I lost by 312. Although he defeated me 2 times, but it has not reached even 600 votes. This time, the response from my people was immense, massive. The margin, of course, it is an expected line. I would like to say in that way because the people really wanted to change leadership, and they found in me that I could be one who could translate their problem, their grievances, their visions into action. And I have a lot of challenges ahead of me, and this winning margin, I think it reflects, demonstrates, indicates that people really love my leadership as well as the NBF party.
Right, so we do believe that there's always a right time for everything. Like you have mentioned, this is the you after contesting for 3 times, this is the 4th time and you're winning. So, what do you think is that? What do you think it is that thing that touched people's heart, and then they had to, they were bound to choose you as their leader this time, sir?
Well, see, unfortunately, the past 10 years, there is no developmental activities. There's nothing on the ground for the past 10 years. In fact, the 40 Pandri assembly constituencies have been, put to such a situation where they are unable to improve their life, their living standard. And therefore, the entire electorates were looking for a leadership who has a heart of gold. And I think they found that in me. And I know that I have a huge responsibility. And let us see how things move in these 5 years. But I will give my best. I assured my people that I will, with the best of my, I will do with the best of my ability. I will reach out to my people, to my electorates, and also focus on the developmental activities that has been lacking for the past 10 years. Right. And therefore, I have a lot of challenges ahead of me. This is going to be a Herculean task, in a sense, because it is also, 40 Pandri is declared as economically backward constituency. And even from geographical point of view, it's a very huge area bordering the entire stretch of Assam, Kolkata district. And we have a lot of problems. Apart from developmental problems, we have even border disputes with Assam. So these are a few challenges where I have to find a solution for my people as well as for the good of everyone.
So also over the years, we have seen a lot of leaders shifting their parties from NPF. We'd also want to know what is it that made you stay with the party this whole time, sir, without changing your mind?
I really would like to answer that question. Thank you for that question. See, Nagas, our topmost priority is the Naga political issue.
Right.
Now, this party has stood the test of time. From 1963, ever since its formation, the first election in 1964, this party, the Kok Party, which is also known as Kok Party in the villages, kept participating in the election, keeping in mind for an honorable, inclusive, and acceptable solution to the Naga political issue. And I, for one, I am really, serious and interested on this issue because what comes first is our identity. And if we are not conscious of this, we will lose everything. And therefore, this party has that, has been jealously guarding the aspirations of the Naga people, the identity of the Naga people. And there are, in this trend of politics where money and muzzle, people play with money and muzzle, it is so difficult to reach out to our people with our ideology, with our principle. And I know there are some friends who left the party, but I said nothing doing. We need a very strong, homegrown political party that is respected by the other friends in the other parts of India. I must remind you that after the TMK in Tamil Nadu, that is the oldest regional political party in India, the second oldest regional party is the Naga People's Front. And we cannot afford to let this party down. We should remember that once we lost this, once we let down this party, then we are also, we are endangering our identity. And I thought even if I am left alone, I must defend the Naga people. And the pride and prestige of the Naga people have been defended with me winning along with my leader, Mr. Azo, at least 2 seats in this decade. So this is a pride moment for us. Of course, The number may be less, but you see, the identity of the Naga people still remains.
Right.
And therefore, you need a lot of strength. A lot of, a lot of temptation comes in. You have to resist such temptation. You have to withstand all kind of temptation. And I think I have gone through all those in the process of this electioneering. And I'm thankful to God Almighty as well as my people that I could overcome all those temptations and offer, breathe in the while preparing for the election. But I've decided that I must face my electorates from this party to save the identity of the Naga people, because that is paramount for all of us for our existence.
I'd also like to mention, sir, that solving the Naga political issue is also one of your key focuses when it comes to your leadership here. We'd also want to know if you'd be joining the opposition or joining your hands with the PJP-NDPP-led government this time, sir.
Well, I must congratulate both the BJP and the NDPP. They got the number, having about 37, I think, members, honorable members. They performed well. I would like to congratulate them. For us, we went on our own. We went alone. Okay. But of course, keeping in mind that we should not antagonize any other political party. So we keep maintaining our stand. We should have a three-pole kind of understanding with all political parties for post-poll alliance. So since the numbers are clear now, we will see how the situation unfolds in this few weeks ahead of us. Let us see how do we take our step forward. We're having series of consultations with our party, the party leadership, along with the elected members. So I'll tell you the right time.
Right, so we'd also want to know what will the party, as you said, the main focus is also, as I mentioned, the Naga political issue. We'd want to know what would the party do as a whole to bring solutions, sir?
Well, you see, for us, we have proven umpteen times. In 1964, when 12 of them were elected, that time the party symbol is the cock symbol. The motto is the set-in-on army. The flag color is the blue, white, and the red. But the party's name was DPN, Democratic Party of Nagaland. At that time, only 40 seats were contested because the Tionsang were under an FI at that point of time. Out of 40, this party won 12. And when ceasefire was signed in 1964 with effect on 6th of September 1964, the whole 12 resigned in block, thinking that we have done our work and we must pave way for an early solution. At that point of time, it was the NNCFGN who was leading the movement. So that way, this party sacrificed for the Naga political issue. Now comes 1997, when the ceasefire was signed between the NSCNIM and the government of India. There was an election in 1998. You are fully aware that there was a call from the civil society that the political parties should refrain from participating in the election. And this party responded to that call. And we did not participate. Our party was actually de-recognized by the Election Commission of India. Somehow, after 1 year after the MB election, we could reclaim back our symbol again. Now, such are the, activities, sacrifice made by this party for the sake of this Naga political issue. And we have been playing an active facilitatory role as a political party, because we are not a party to the negotiation. We're not privy to the negotiation, and therefore that is as a political party. Although we have a very limited role, but this party has shown on various occasions, and we have stood to this when our participation was required, when the demand of the situation is such that a political party has to respond. We have done that. Even now, definitely I could see a lot of role that this party has to play. You are also aware that this party has 5 MLAs in Manipur, as well as 1 MB. We have party establishment in the Naga areas in Arunachal. So this is a very, this party definitely have been playing a very important role, and it is going to play a very crucial role even in the days to come. And therefore, there is no ready-made answer to your questions, but there's a package of answers that I'm trying to put across, which cannot be explained in few words in few seconds.
Right. We totally understand, sir. So, we would also want to know what is the one thing, the lesson that the NPF has learned this election, sir. Any lesson learned this election with the party as a whole?
Yes, you mean that whether we have learned any lesson?
Yes. Any, if there is any, sir. What is the biggest lesson learned in 2023 elections?
Yeah, that's, in fact, it's very disheartening seeing the result. We have received quite a lot of applications, but we screened them out and we selected 22 candidates, out of which the last battle was fought by the 20 of us, who of them retired in the process of campaigning. It's unfortunate that our people, instead of reading the manifestos and party ideologies as visible, we normally focus on who invests how much. This is a very, disheartening drain that we have developed. Naga people have to do away with this kind of election. I think if we are to improve our living standard, if we are to improve our society, our electioneering system has to be changed. If at least we are heading for a very doomed society. It's very discouraging. We have learned a lot of lessons out of this election. Party, in fact, have been propagating our manifesto by reaching out to the grassroots, the themes, the visions that we have in mind for our people. But unfortunately, people were focusing on, how much money has been pumped, who is pumping how much money. That's kind of drained going on. So this is very disheartening as far as our society is concerned. We must change this attitude if we have to have a sound society, if we have to have a society that can progress. I think, and I strongly feel that the electioneering process, the electioneering system, the way we do elections, we must reform, we must change, and then only we can see a good future for our people. Otherwise, the way the younger generation are looking at this trend, no one will get inspired to become a leader, because unless you have enough resources, how do we face the electorate? Now we have to elect our people, our leader, instead of leading them by the chair. There's something like that. So this trend has to be changed.
Also, so when it comes to elections, Kikon is gone right now, but we also saw a lot of violence, pre-poll or post-poll violence among supporters. So you as a candidate, you being a candidate, what do you also have to say about the poll violence during elections this year, sir? And, or be it any year?
Very true, very true. This either pre-poll or post-poll violence, this has to be, discouraged. We shouldn't encourage such activities. The way the candidates, I think it is also to be, candidates also should also share that equal responsibility, not only those our party voters. Candidates, it appears that we are unable to control our own supporters, and if we allow them to resort to violence, then that is not the way an election should be held. So for me, I don't encourage such things. That is not the way I believe in contesting election. It has to be peaceful as well as democratic. Everyone should have the equal right to vote, and the system at the moment is something which we all need to. There is a we have to change the idea of facing elections. This is something which I keep saying, that unless we change our attitude, our outlook, our the way we participate in the election. See, those who do Kundagiri, those who spend a lot of money wins. Then how do you find good leaders? No sensible person will feel like contesting election. So if we don't produce good leaders, then our society will become a doomed society. So therefore, this is a very serious concern for all of us.
So also coming to another question here, development, need for development, and also unemployment is one of the issue here. But also these days what we see when it comes to youth is also usage of drugs, and also the drugs inflow in the state. So as you as a candidate, I mean you as a leader now, you as a chosen leader now, and also the NPF party as a whole, what would the party do also to put this drug menace under control, sir?
Yes, this is a very serious concern for our people, because we are neighboring with our we have international border, as well as state bordering with the other states. So it is easier said than done, of course. There is no ready-made answer to that, but we have to make a collective, concerted effort. Not me alone can't do much. Like-minded elected members, the government, those who are in the government, we must put our heads together to find a way how to control the inflow of drugs and other items of such sort, and curb if there are such things. And our youth should be, we must motivate our youth for in a different way, not to use drugs and all these items which are which can destroy the society. So a lot of motivation required from the elected members, as well as from the civil societies. This needs a concerted effort. It is silently, I could also see it is not very open, but it appears that our society, our youth, many are engaged in such things. So this has to be seriously addressed, not only from the government, but even from all strata of society. So our people who matters, the leaders, must make an effort. If we leave it only to the government, I think this it may not be to the expectation that we have. It needs a concerted effort from all of us.
All right, sir, coming to the ends of this end part of this conversation we're having right now. As we know, this year the two women made history by being elected this time in the NLA election. So what do you also have to say about that, sir?
I am the one who is the happiest, actually. I'm very happy that I lost 3 elections, but when I got elected, along with me, we have 2 honorable lady MLAs.
Right.
I must congratulate both of them. I wanted to recollect that this party, the NPF, produced 1 woman MP, for your information, Auntie led Rano Shaiza. Then after that, we have 1 lady Rajya Sabha MP, Mrs. Pangnong Kunyak. And again, 2 of our lady honorable friends have joined. I must congratulate both Hikani and Selitono for making it to the House. This is a big achievement in terms of empowering the woman. I am the one who is happy. I'm very happy. This party, the the NPF believes in women empowerment. I would like you to refresh your memory about how the NPF government attempted to conduct the ULP election. I hope you're aware. And there was a lot of chaos and commotion in our society. All the districts started protesting. But this party believes in women empowerment, and we thought we must start from the urban local bodies. So that was introduced, but unfortunately election could not be held. Now, we have, forget about ULP now, we have lady members in the assembly who won't feel happy. So I'm really happy, and we must encourage more of our women folk to come forward. If we have to take our society forward, we must empower our women. We must get our women along with us in the decision making. This is where this party stands, and that is the philosophy that I believe.
Right. So lastly, sir, do you have anything to say to the viewers, to our viewers, any messages for your supporters or the people of Nagaland in particular, sir?
Yes. At the outset, I would like to thank my electorate in the 40th Assembly constituency for reposing their faith on me. They have really struggled to get me elected. I'm thankful to them because of, despite of losing 3 elections, none of them left me. In fact, my supporters started swelling each election, and you have seen the result, having a massive support from my people. So I'm thankful to them. I also must thank the people, of Nagaland, as well as other parts of Naga areas, who have really, they were having that kind of feeling that I must win. I have the best wishes from quite a lot of people, so I would like to thank all of them. My special message to our Naga people is, I think we must we should have a broad-minded in our approach in all the decisions that we take. The tribal interest, the area interest, sector interest, all these things should not come in. The overall Naga interest should come first. Then only then our society can march forward, and we can have a progressive society.
All right. Right. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time and speaking to us, speaking to Hornbill TV. Thank you so much, sir, and hoping that you will bring all the changes that are required in the state. So we are hoping so, sir. Thank you so much.